pinnacle of Australian surf men and women are gathering on the Gold Coast to compete for the holy grail of Ironman events. The gruelling Coolangatta Gold surf race is now in its 10th year. In this year's field of elite endurance athletes is a 40-year-old Ironman who's having his final tilt at the title. Standing in his way is a man 16 years his junior who's looking for a record-breaking 4th victory. Tom Forbes reports.
Dean Mercer is doing everything he can to stay at the top of his sport.
Look at your feet, friend. Yes, good. Keep looking at your feet.
When he became a professional Ironman at 15, he never imagined he'd still be competing and consistently finishing in the top 5 a quarter of a century later. The endurance athlete says yoga helps him stay balanced and, more importantly, for a 40-year-old still competing at an elite level, he says it reduces the risk of injury.
For me, it's like rewarding my body. It's relaxing. As I said, it increases my flexibility, and also it's like giving back to my body. It's just a different aspect, I suppose, now a little bit more mature, looking at things in a different light, and I suppose for me it's longevity in the sport, and this certainly has been a part of my longevity in the sport to be able to continue on.
He's considered to be a ruthless competitor and one of the most enduring in Ironman events.
And still today, you know, he's still such a hard, fierce, driven competitor. It's just inspiring in itself. You know, it definitely makes me wake up in the mornings and think that, you know, if Dean can do it, you know, at 40 years old, why can't I at almost 30?
Staying ahead of the field takes a lot of hard work, and an average day can involve up to 5 training sessions. Born and raised in Wollongong, south of Sydney, Mercer moved to the Sunshine Coast where he lived and trained for 7 years. Then, 18 months ago, he packed up his family and moved to the Gold Coast so he could train with the sport's best athletes.
I still think that I've got some improving to do, and each year I challenge myself to step up and improve in different aspects about my racing. I'm not looking for big gains, I'm only looking for a little 1% here and there, and those little 1% make the big difference.
Away from the beach, Mercer is a family man. He's married to former Ironwoman Reen Corbett, who retired from competitive sport 6 years ago. Since then, they've had 3 boys, and a 4th baby is due early next year.
I'm very lucky to have a wife like Reen who's, you know, very supportive of me chasing my, I suppose, crazy dream.
The dream is to win the coveted Coolangatta Gold, which began in 1984. Mercer has competed in 7 races, and last year he recorded his best result when he finished second behind 24-year-old Kane Eckstein.
This is the Hawaiian Ironman, or the Olympic Games for us, and our sport is just, it is what Ironman racing is all about, what people really associate with Ironman racing. It's true, it's tough, it's physically grinding.
On Sunday, the men will race over a distance of 46 kilometres. They'll begin here at Kawerau Beach and ski paddle to Coolangatta. Then it's a case of running, board paddling and swimming their way back here to the finishing line. The women's race includes the same disciplines. Their only difference is they compete over 30 kilometres. The 40-year-old says his preparation has been meticulous. He's left no stone unturned in his bid to bow out of the sport a winner.
More than likely. I think that I won't be doing this at this level, competing in the Coolangatta Gold at this level ever again.
Mercer is on a collision course with his training partner and clubmate Kane Eckstein, who's shooting for a record 4th consecutive title.
This year, hopefully, he can do the same as last year, and you know, be happy with how he went, and hopefully I can as well. We can get the rewards, because I know, you know, I'm pretty certain that us two are the hardest trainers out of everyone on the start line. So hopefully we get, you know, the rewards out of it.
Win or lose, the veteran will retire from the sport with 2 Australian Ironman titles and 25 years of memories. He's raced against and beaten the best in the business, including the superstars of the sport, Trevor Hendy, Guy Leach, Kai Hurst and Zane Holmes. Mercer says he's only ever wanted to make his friends and family proud.
For me, more than anything, it's about me and get to show myself and everybody else. Like, a family and that support me. What I'm capable of doing.
Dean's such a great human being to be around. He's positive. I've never heard of one negative thing come out of his mouth, and I think he's just driven to do well and succeed. He's just one of those human beings that's rare.
Coaching could become his next career focus, but Mercer says there's plenty of time to contemplate the future after Sunday.
Lengthen, keep the gaze, inhale, come up, and release. How you doing?
Good.